another spontaneous trip. We're going free diving tomorrow. It's 6 o'clock. I'll be at my destination at 12:30 a.m. and we're gonna start diving bright and early. I drove the Prius today, so I thought I'd splurge and get myself a hotel. A $62 hotel. I've seen a lot worse. We started the next day bright and early, and it was great to be greeted with crystal clear water. We had about 20-foot visibility, and this was the first time I've been in the water in about a year.
There's the biggest sheep crab I've seen in a long time right here, man. You want to grab it?
So the day before, Kevin went diving with his friend, and he was able to grab a sheep crab himself. Today, he saw another sheep crab and told me to go dive down and get it. When I've dove down about 15 feet, my heart started racing a bit, started to panic a little, and when I got to the top, I told Kevin it might be a better idea if you went down and got it this time.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, those are some claws.
Oh, hell yeah, they are. Dang, that's so cool. That's so cool. So I thought I was in better shape than I am, but apparently not. My max breath hold on this trip was about 30 seconds. And that includes getting down and coming up. On this particular dive, I realized I was also improperly weighted. I really could have benefited from an extra pound or two, because as I try to stay on the bottom, I just keep on floating up. When I got home after this trip, I went straight to the swim school in Pacifica, picked up a couple long fins, picked up 2 extra pounds, and I also picked up a new spear gun for myself. Right here I'm using Kevin's. On the dive today, I also had a very difficult time equalizing. My left ear I couldn't clear it for some reason. Still had an amazing time though. Hell yeah, man. Those are nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Looks like just popped it off, no problem.
Yeah, dude.
Let me see that.
Something about the rocks in Southern
Oh,
California.
man.
They hardly adhere down here. It's
What
crazy.
about that? So cool. So Kevin got a couple nice scallops. He got that sheep crab. And I was just swimming around, kind of losing hope. Swimming around in the school of anchovy until I finally spotted a fish that I took a shot at in 4 feet of water. A sargo. My very first one. It looked a lot bigger before I shot it, but it was still a decent size. That was a fun day, huh?
Oh my God, that was so fun.
You said this is a sheep's head? No,
sheep crab.
Sheep crab.
Yeah.
It reminds me of an Alaskan king crab. Like, look at the size of these legs.
Yeah.
I ended up shooting this little guy at the end, and you had an idea to cook something up, right? We're gonna make some Thai dish?
Some Thai dish. Yeah, we're just, it's supposed to be like a Thai fish curry. And I just figured if we got other stuff, then we could throw that in there. And combo of fish, scallops, and crab for a curry sounds fantastic to me.
It sounds fantastic to me too. We both haven't eaten today, so this is gonna be our first meal. And like you saw, we went out diving. This is one of the things Kevin does. He just released an entire series on his YouTube channel, How to Free Dive for Beginners. It's like a 5-part series by now, a 6-part?
I think this is gonna be the 7th or 8th or 9th, somewhere in there. Yeah.
Really good stuff though. So if you ever, interested in getting into it, you could watch his videos or
come out with me.
Yeah.
I got inspired by our mutual buddy Nick Fish. He's got a YouTube channel, and he's been guiding in the Bay Area doing kayak fishing and stuff like that. And he said, this has been a great thing, and if you're interested, get your guide's license and start taking people out. So that's what I've been doing, teaching people coastal foraging and poke pulling, mushroom identification, freedive spearfishing, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, man, you got to take a look at these legs. They really do look like
like witches' fingers.
Yeah, like fingernails and all.
Right through the heart.
Man, I bet that body has so much meat, does it?
It's like, it's knuckle meat, and then beyond that, you'd think it would have more, but yeah, the base of each one of those legs is pretty pretty loaded.
All right, Kevin, I'll let you do your thing. You're gonna do the chili part. I'm gonna cook the rice and the fish. So we'll combine it in a minute and eat. Starving. I've got a pretty simple job right now. I'm just gonna cook some rice. I'm cooking that first because it takes so long to cook. Oh, did we want to cook the crab first?
Oh yeah, we probably should, man.
Yeah, we only have one pot, so let's cook the crab first. Ooh, look at that chunk of meat. Just enough to steam with. Might have to break this one. All right, cool. Almost forgot, we've got scallops too.
So when you're processing scallops, you can actually see right here is like an actual chevron kind of shape of a scallop. It's actually kind of underneath a lot of this growth that's on it, but it'll look very much like a scallop shape, and that's the clasp, the umbo. That's where it goes together. And if you look around there, you should be able to find a way in, typically towards the hinge there. This guy just snapped shut. You can see he's open right there.
Yep.
So you want to keep your hands away from it, otherwise they can really pinch you very hard. So what we'll do is the adductor muscle is the scallop that we think of, and that's right in the middle. So we need to get the blade in like so, and then we're just going to slice right through to sever the adductor. You want to make sure you get all the way through, and then you can separate it out. Looks like that. If there's any kind of biotoxins or anything, they're going to concentrate in the gut, and sometimes with scallops those can be incredibly potent and they can actually kill you. So we're going to get rid of everything here so that we just have the white meat of the actual adductor muscle there. Ooh, very fresh. So this area here I want to scrape to get off. And when you scrape it, you don't want to go this direction because it's kind of a rope-like texture and you'll fray the edges. So you want to go with the grain, and that'll help you scrape that off of there without really damaging the scallop so much.
Not all that much meat in this fish, but hey, we got scallops and we got the crab, we got rice, and I even have an avocado, so we got enough for a meal for sure. Meat feels really nice. It's firm, not like a perch. I was thinking it might be like a perch, but it's not at all. But a nice little rinse, we're good to go. Always a good way to feel for extra pin bones too when you rinse it like this. But yeah, man, this fish is nice.
So what I've got here is a little bit of coconut milk and some red chili, red curry paste. So I'll have to cook it down a little bit, and that'll allow the chilies to kind of, or all the spices to mature. And then once we get to that point, and we see the oils kind of separating, then we'll add in more coconut milk, and we'll add in some chiffoned kaffir lime leaf, and we'll add in, at the very end, we'll just garnish it with kaffir lime leaf. Oh yeah, we're gonna add in a little bit of palm sugar too.
Kevin, always doing a little extra. All these things, I don't know what they are, but they're good. They always turn out good. All right, I think the crab is done here, so let's take this off and we can start cooking our rice. A little salt and black pepper. Now we're gonna coat it with some cornstarch just so it kind of keeps its shape in the curry. Man, scallops on the beach, fresh crab, Thai chili, rice, curry. Oh man. You know, I'm really all about the simple meals. As simple as you can get, as long as it tastes good. To me, that's the way to go. I'll put the scallops back in here just to keep them warm. Look at that.
That's 2 claws, that's all. Still got like 3/4 of a crab over there.
Let's give it a taste right now.
All right, sounds good to me, man.
Just grab a piece. Thick flakes.
It's chewy, right? This one has more of a rock crab flavor to it.
Yeah, it does, totally.
Yesterday, it was way sweeter. This one's more like rock crab.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It'd be good in the curry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was expecting sweeter, but it's good.
It is good, yeah. I was expecting a little sweeter myself.
Yeah.
Very thick, granular striations of the meat. Interesting. Sheep crab?
Sheep crab.
Sheep crab.
Yeah, it's got a bit more of an iodine flavor than I was expecting, which is real typical of those rock crab, which is very good for you, but
yeah,
if it's that like rock crab, iodine kind of thing versus Dungeness, of course I'm always choosing Dungeness.
Yeah, it's not like overpowering though.
No.
Well, a lot of rock crabs, they taste different. Some are sweeter than Dungeness, some are less. You hungry?
Oh yeah, man.
All right, I'm gonna give you a lot of rice then. I know it doesn't really go with it, but you want avocado on the side?
Sure, man, I love avocado. What do you think? You want all this crab in there or some of it?
I'm down for all of it.
Okay, it's all going in.
Try a piece of this sargo.
Oh,
Just a little.
right on. I'm gonna take that little guy.
Good.
That's a great texture, good flavor. I'm totally into it. That's a good fish.
Oh, that's a full meal. Woo. Perfect amount.
So we're gonna do a little right here. I'm not taku, so I don't think I can do much better than that, but there's some chiffon, kaffir lime leaf, and then some julienne red bell pepper there.
One thing I did forget to mention earlier is that Kevin is going to be at the street fair this year.
That's right.
He's going to have a booth there July 15th. If you can come out, there's going to be a lot of people that you recognize. Should be a really fun day. And you could come out and do something like this with Kevin himself, because when you take people out, you usually do a little cooking too, don't you?
Yeah, if we go spearfishing, I don't usually cook, and clamming, because we're usually covered in mud if it's, you know, gaper clams, but pretty much anything else I'm gonna cook something while we're out there.
Whew. All right, I think I'm gonna go straight for the scallop.
I'm gonna go for some sargo.
Sargo, I like
That's
it a
some
lot.
good fish, man.
It is.
And there were huge schools of them out there.
Yeah, you don't hear much about sargo ever.
No.
It's like almost like a halibut when you cook it a little longer.
I want some avo. We got fusion here. This is California style. It's funny, like going out, you got an idea what you might be able to catch. And then, you know, in anthropology, we call it opportunistic foraging. And we go out there and something presents itself, and it may not have been like what you were initially going for, but I'll tell you what, as far as the opportunities today, this is a straight up feast, man.
Yeah. A lot of times when I do a catch and cook, I'll have a piece of the fillet just to see how it tastes. But when it's with the rice, the avocado, crab, scallop, fish, go home full after this. But yeah, I was losing hope a little bit with the spearfishing at the end, but I just kind of went into my own zone and just thinking if any opportunity presented itself, I was just going to take the shot. So a little school of sargo came by. I was like, hey, that looks like a good one. Just followed it for about 45 seconds and waited till it turned its body a bit, and then right on its head.
I'm glad you shot that fish. Like, of all the fish I saw today, probably one of the best ones. This is really good.
It is. And for the most part, you can do all that from shore too. You don't even have to get in the water. Just throw out a rod, low tide, grab a crab, grab some mussel at low tide. You want to tell anybody about your channel and send us off?
Sure. My channel is Catch and Cook California, and it's all about outdoor adventures, freedive spearfishing, foraging, a little bit of hunting, wild plants, wild mushroom identification, and of course, catching and cooking, centered in California. So
if you haven't checked out his channel, I highly suggest it. It's a really good channel.
If you are interested in coming along and learning how to do this stuff, my email is catch_ca@gmail.com, and you can hit me up and I can take you out to show you one of these adventures. You can experience it yourself.
It's probably like a year-long waiting list by now.
There's a lot of emails.